Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Changing Lives. I am your boy Deonte Burden, host of Changing Lives. I'm about to say Mr. Short Dog. Okay. Hey, we got a great show planned for you guys tonight. And this show, I think it hits home with a lot of people because have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you were stuck in the rut, going down the wrong path, you like that little hamster in the wheel, just moving, you're moving like hell, but you ain't going no place at all.
Yeah.
And I know I get that way all the time where I feel like I'm stagnant. I'm doing, but I ain't going, I'm going. Right. And
hamster so, on the wheel.
Exactly. So I just wanted to show, have a discussion that where we're talking about signs you're on the wrong path and how to fix it. Again, signs you're on the wrong path and how to fix it. Because I do think that a majority of us, we have good intentions about things that we want to do in life, and we start going on a pathway of doing it. The issue is that the pathway that we plan and the pathway we're going on is a whole different thing. And so I want to have a discussion about, common things to recognize in regards to weight, that may have you stuck going in the wrong direction, and also give you, advice in regards to how to get out of it. I don't know what the hell I'm having damn brain cramp. But because again, I was thinking about what made me even think about doing this show was about a week ago, I was sitting there looking at my monthly and yearly goals and where I was with everything, just doing that little personal assessment on myself. And I just saying to myself, like, damn, man, some of the things really ain't panning out the way I really wanted to go, right? Not in a bad way, it just wasn't falling in place the way I wanted. And, you start looking at things and like, man, you know what? A lot of the reason why things haven't happened had a lot to do with things I wasn't doing.
Okay.
So I kind of reevaluated stuff about a week ago. And to be honest with you, the past 2 weeks, I got a lot of things accomplished because I got back to the basic processes that I normally use. So that's why I said to myself, look, let me do a show in regards to that, in regards to, signs you kind of like on the wrong path and how to get everything fixed.
Okay.
Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? It's Thursday, and you brought the rain on one of the best days of the week.
Shit,
it started thundering early. I was like, uh-oh.
Rough getting out Clay Coast.
Oh, what?
Going down 75, 40 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
And you got everybody's going down the expressway, 40 miles an hour flashing. And you just got one or two idiots because they're in that big old Tonka toy.
Right.
Just that big old
in and out.
There's one damn fool's on his damn motorcycle.
Really?
Going in and out. I like poor fella because I know if I go a mile or two up and your ass up there, I'm just going boo-boo. Boo-boo. Shit. I ain't slowing down help your ass.
Usually the motorcycle riders park up under the underpass.
Find a bridge, find the underpass.
And just chill out for a second.
Not this fool. I can't even understand that, man. I mean, it was no visibility in a damn car.
Right.
But yeah, he was doing that. Also, what's up, the mother producer Slick 316? What's up, Rick?
What's going on, Rick?
How your week been going, man?
Oh, it's been going good. Well, I ain't gonna say good. I'm trying to adjust myself. This is a good topic to have a conversation about today. I'm trying to adjust my outlook on things because, like you were just saying, I sit back and I think about these podcasts and stuff of that all the time. And I said, man, it's stagnant. I even told, Rick, I was like, you know what? We stagnant and it's like it's not going anywhere. It's like we just running in circles with the same thing. And I said, and I told her, I said, I might need to just take a month off and just reevaluate some things. She like, but really though, how's that gonna help? I said, I don't know. It just seems like we ain't getting nowhere. So, I have those days where I engross myself trying to think of different ideas, think of this, think of that. And it sometimes it depresses me. I'm like, man, this is not where I was supposed to be at this time of my life at 55. You know what I'm saying? That's not where I'm supposed to be.
A lot of people go through that.
Yeah.
And the purpose of tonight's show is really to recognize the signs when you might be going down the wrong path and give you some practical solutions on how to fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because going out, you know, when you're in a funk, depending on how far you go down that rabbit hole, you can get yourself deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's harder to come out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can put yourself, you know, again, you're not making any kind of progress when you're doing it. So that's the whole purpose of the night show, to recognize those situations when you are going down the right path, and also then, you know, recalibrate everything to get, you know, to get back on the right path with doing everything. So again, this is Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Change Your Lives YouTube channel. I also have it streamed live on my finance channel, Mr. Short Dollar, because I do think from an entrepreneur standpoint, some of this stuff is relevant.
Right.
But it is on the Change Your Lives YouTube channel. But the main hub is Change Your Lives. So make sure you go to Change Your Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We at 25,000 subscribers. Also, you can go to the finance channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we just hit 91,000.
91.2.
91.2. We're growing.
We're going to get to 100,000 for this year's out.
Oh, yes,
real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes,
real
sir.
quick.
We're going to hit that Project 1K. We're going to 100K. We're going to get it. We're going to get it, man. But I want to just tell everybody, with both of them, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the love and support that you give me. So when we start talking about getting a nice topic, we're looking at signs you're on the wrong path and how to fix it. The first thing we need to understand, why it's so important for you to recognize when you're on the wrong path. Why it's so important to recognize that you're on the wrong path? Because being on the wrong path can lead to some serious problems. They can affect you mentally, from health, that being stress, burnout, dissatisfaction, and missed opportunities in life. And if you are going down there, it's nothing worse than being in a funk and things that could have had a great impact on your life, you miss it because you just not even ready for it. I don't get just black. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we want to be able to know, you know, those things that we can do to help us fix it and go down the right path to get everything corrected, right? So that's why I want to have that, you know, have a discussion night, because it's nothing wrong with you. Everybody does that. So like me and Lab been having this discussion where he's just saying, you know, thinking about how things are going. Everybody does. And it's just something that happens.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, depending on how you think, who you discuss things with, can have a big impact on how long you're going down that way and how soon you can fix it.
Do you think entrepreneurs have this issue more than anyone else, or you think it's even across the board?
It's across the board because, you know, I mean, it can be parents. It can be, you know, just, you know, managers, supervisors. It's just something common that people can have.
Okay.
The key thing, I just don't think most people know how to fix it.
Oh, okay.
Number one, recognize it. Because you can stay in a state of damn depression and not know how, like, hey, man, this ain't working.
Right.
And keep going down that way and don't fix it. And I think that's the issue most of the time. People be in a little funks, they just stay in the funks. Right. And not pump the brakes and do things. Because here's the kicker. It's not that you do something to change, it's what you do. Some folks can run, some folks can talk, some folks can, you know, start writing stuff down. Some people can actually formulate stuff. Everybody have different ways that they solve things when, you know, they're going through a funk. Right. Stressed out or whatever. Right. But the way what Deonte or Poochie may do may not be necessarily the best thing for you. Right. So that's why I want to have that, you know, the discussion, because like I said, number one, recognize it. And then number two, some suggestions of things that you can do. Because again, I don't believe in the holistic one size fits all method. You know, we look at different ways we get to that point, and then we look at different ways we can actually correct it. Right. So that's what I'm all about and everything. So again, we're talking about, you know, signs you might be going down the wrong path and how to fix it. I'm about to damn forget. Guys, feel free if you have any issues or things like that you want to add to the conversation, call in. The call-in number 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number 678-740-9894. You about to say something loud?
Say hey to mama.
Oh, what's up, mama? What's up, mama? You talking to mama before I came?
Oh, okay. Hey, mama. Good to tune in. Always excited to see you when you do.
Appreciate it, mama. Okay, guys, we're talking about, you know, signs you might be on the wrong path and how to fix it. First, we're going to recognize just, you know, signs you're on the wrong path and we're just gonna, go through a few of these things, and again, put your comment in the chat if anything might be applicable to you. Feel free to call in as well. Number one being the lack of passion or motivation. You feeling uninterested or uninspired to do your daily tasks and responsibilities. You like you're going through the motion, ain't no excitement or purpose. You just like, damn. That is, I think, a common thing, because I didn't realize. Well, when I first got in the Army, I was working a little warehouse job, and it was fun. I was going to Georgia State at night. It was cool. I was making I'm making $9.25, $9.50. I remember arguing with the supervisor for my little quarter raise.
Okay.
And I'm about 22. I was right out of the Army, 22, 23. But it was cool. The guys, we get out, we trip out, work. I go to school that night. Days I didn't go to school, we all go to Madhouse Park, throw horseshoes.
Okay.
It was cool.
It was good, right?
Yeah, some OGs, they was always giving me game. It was cool. So I really, even though like that was early in my life, but I didn't mind getting up.
Right.
I get to corporate America, even though I quote unquote was doing what I dreamed about doing. Shit, man, I had no damn enthusiasm.
It was different.
And I gotta go deal with these I got whatever. You just drag and go through that cycle of doing that stuff. And I did that shit, man, almost 20 years.
Yeah, I agree with you. When I first moved down here from Chicago, I was working at these restaurants, just trying to get my foot and doing some things, trying to get myself going, meeting people, stuff like that. And working in restaurants was the funnest times I ever had. Yeah. Like I worked at Morrison's cafeteria. Like it was just, we in the back of the kitchen just cutting up. I wasn't making no money, but it was just, the atmosphere was all about, we had a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talked stuff. I learned a lot about Southern ways and traditions in that kitchen.
Yeah.
Like sweeping your feet with the broom and all that. I didn't know anything about none of this stuff. Like, and I learned, and it was just a fun time. And then when I got to corporate America, it was like,
well, it's hard to be productive if you're not excited about being there.
Right.
So with all that said, when I left and started working for myself, it was extremely frightening. I'd be lying to you if I said I was just amped up. But man, shit. Anybody know me, man. I love get out of bed in the morning, do this, do my little routine. I'm cool.
Right.
I never, for something that was so scary for me to do, I never thought I'd be as excited. So when we start talking about feeling uninterested and that lack of passion, motivation, you got to try to reconnect what excites you, whether it might be a hobby, a purpose, introspect. You got to identify those things that bring you joy and purpose. Here's the deal, guys. With what I just said before, it might be scary.
Right.
It might be scary because a lot of times, you can be so stuck into, man, I've been doing this so long. We get so comfortable, and we forget how to think or be fearless and stuff like that. And we start getting into a rut where I've been there before, where I kind of forget about what makes Poochie happy and be concerned about everybody else, or just staying in the norm. Am I working because I love doing my job, and my work because I got to pay the mortgage? Let's take everybody else out of the equation. I got to pay my mortgage. I got to pay the bills. I got to do this, that, and then I'm going through that cycle, what we call life. And I don't feel like I got no purpose or whatever, and I ain't fulfilled. But I'm just working and working and working. And I think that's a lot of people out there. You just, because it's that why I'm so big on goal setting.
Right.
Far too often, people don't necessarily do that.
Right.
You dig? So
I get it.
You just kind of reconnect with what will make you happy. Another thing is consistent feelings of anxiety and stress. Again, we're talking about signs to show you on the wrong path in life. You may think everything good, but these are some of the signs that consistent feelings of anxiety and stress, where you're anxious, stressed, overwhelmed. It can be a sign you just ain't in line with your core values and interests. And here's the deal, guys. When you see stuff got you all out your damn element, anxiety on 10, stress on down 10, you got to step back and like, look, man, assess what's causing.
Right.
Is it this person? Is it this job? Is it this location? Is it this situation? The kids? Whatever. And do it. Because the thing sometimes in life, like funny, right? We can go down a pathway to say, okay, this is what I want to do for my success.
Right.
This is what I want to do to make me feel good. And then when you get it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can just speak from a personal standpoint. Organization I'm with now, I'm sitting there like, I love it. But some stuff happened. I'm like, I ain't getting paid for this shit. You know what I mean? This brings some bad energy to my spirit.
Right.
That I'm dwelling on and stuff like that. I got to pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Hey, let me not F with y'all for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Reassess everything, and I come back later.
Right.
And you have to be able to cut it like that because we ain't necessarily Duracell batteries.
Right.
And we ain't always going to be in a point where we can sit there and recharge everything up. So when you see things that actually become a Debbie Downer, be that drowner, cause you stress, cause you headaches, got you fidgety, make you do things that you don't normally do, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Because again, it ain't going to really change. Yeah. Stop it, assess it, and then just make your little plan how you want to go about it.
Yeah.
Because stress and anxiety will kill your ass. It will kill your ass. So when we talk about, again, being on that wrong path, a lot of times that stuff happens because we think we might be on that right path. We might think, and then when we get it, and those particular things, like I said, it can be a person, relationship, situation, whatever, and you going on 10, like, man, I can't deal with this. You gotta just pump the brakes, reassess everything, move forward with that. You about to say something?
Yeah, I think I was going to ask you a question. Do you think when we get that build up of, anxiety, worry, like you said, with your current organization, where you just not feeling the energy is off, do that cause us to do drastic things? Like, from what you were telling me, I probably would have been like, you know what, I'm done, I'm good. Y'all get somebody else to do this. You get what I'm saying? Instead of, like you said, let me pull back, breathe a little bit, and come back to y'all in a couple of days. Because sometimes, like what you were dealing with, what you told me, I would have just been like, you know what, I can't do this way. This ain't the way that I'm used to doing it. And you telling me other ways to do it that I feel like it's not conducive to what we got going on. Y'all go ahead and have that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me pulling back, saying, let me think about it. Let me finish what I got to do, but let me limit what I do.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk about it all the time about avoiding conflict.
Right.
I mean, those kind of things where, you might be dealing with a significant other and something said, they went low, you went lower. Low. You went to hell. You know what I'm saying? You can't take shit that you said.
Right.
So when you know it's going this way, you stop.
Okay.
Right? You can have a exchange with somebody at a traffic light. They done said something you say, you don't know. So of course things that you wouldn't normally do can happen. That's why I say you just gotta pump the brakes. You ain't gotta take everything as somebody punks you or they got the last word.
Or they trying to play you.
A lot of times you just gotta what you're doing is protecting yourself. Because when you do things that are out of character, they say something, they did something, ain't gonna be when you step out, man, that wasn't no good enough excuse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really a lot of time protecting yourself, right? Okay. So that's my opinion on it. But to ask your question, absolutely. It can do that. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody left a comment.
No, that was a BS. I had to block that person.
Yeah.
Yes. He came in with some the worm guy.
Oh, okay.
Came in with some stuff like that. We are not doing that. You will automatically get blocked with the wrong comments.
Okay. All right. Well, again, we talking about signs on the wrong path. We just, recognizing a few of them, guys. We're recognizing a few of them, but then we're gonna give some harder plans for everything. I'm giving simple solutions to them, but we're gonna go through another plan. A little bit later in the show. Another way is people around you. These are things that, signs you might be on the wrong path. People around you don't support or understand your vision. If your friends or family coworkers dismiss your goals or fail to support you, it might be a sign that you're on a path that's not in line with your true self. Now, this is kind of funny because sometimes you look at it like, well, people hating on me or they ain't supporting me, but they might be looking at it like, look, man, this ain't you. You might be, going down a path or where they like, look, man, I know you, bro. This ain't what you normally be doing. And it's very important that to keep people around you so you can make an honest assessment. Okay, are they really tripping? Or are they really got my best interest in mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we start talking about these particular things. Again, we're talking when you think about people around you supporting you. There are people that I know that know Poochie, where I know if they say something to me, like they not hating.
Right.
Like, hey Poochie, man, you tripping.
Yeah.
You know, you sitting there like, you know, you out there, you married, you like, man, somebody might say, if you know that person, hey boy, you tripping.
Right.
And you like that might not be the same thing as, you know, like somebody don't know, like,
right.
Or you might just say drinking a little too much, partying a little too hard. Some folks might say, boy, you had a good time. That person, hey man, look, you need to wind it down. And when you do things like that over and over again, people just that are close to you kind of, hey bro, I don't agree with that. Maybe it's something that you do.
Right.
You know, when you made an honest assessment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily tied in. They hating. They don't care. It's just like, hey, bro.
They know you, and this ain't you.
With you right there. I let you be.
Yeah.
Because there are things that I can see in people that I care about. It might be close to me. And start seeing it. Like, look, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna love you from a distance. You know what I'm saying? And when people maybe start quote unquote doing that with you, you might want to assess it. It may not necessarily be something from them. It might be something that you're doing. So again, when we talk about signs, you might be on the wrong path. Just got to kind of think about those particular things. You know your tribe. You know the people that got your best interest in mind and stuff like that. So if they start saying something, you probably need, just stop. Well, hey, because there's sometimes, I'll be real. I might, hey, Lab, did that come out the wrong way? What you think? Not necessarily mean I'm agree with Lab, what he say, but I value his opinion enough to ask that, right? Sometimes, like, hey, brother, you think, I could have did a little bit more, whatever, this, that, and that. Then they may say, then like, why you say that? They may say yes or no. And you'll say, why did you say that? Like, no, I don't agree. But you ask, right? But those kind of things, we talk about signs you might be on the wrong path, assessing that information. Might be constantly feel burned out. I'm tired as hell. I can't get up or whatever. We talking about signs you're on the wrong path.
I'm guilty of that with just a job.
Yeah, but you sitting there like, damn, man, I have no enthusiasm with anything. And it's just like I'm in this constant funk. My body weight 800 pounds. It just holds me to walk. I can't even see nothing. And
preach, because I am the quiet.
That's not uncommon. Because like I said, we start talking about life, man. When you feel like that hamster in that wheel. Life can throw the monkey wrenches on you like that. Where you like, hey man, look, I'm just in quicksand. This shit ain't going nowhere. Yeah. And I think the best thing to do when you feel like you're burned out is just reassess your goals. Look at those, prioritize, self-care, make better boundaries, and you might just need to take a break and reflect. One thing about life, I can assure you, is a lot of people love you. But you, the main person, got to be able to take care of you. And if you see a situation that you in a situation, rather, things ain't going the way beneficial to you, you feeling all messed up and stuff like that, you fall over and die. Everybody, I told him to rest. I don't know why he was stressing. I don't know why they did that. You got to sit here and just say, look, tell certain people that may be asking a lot out of you and you're tired of it, hey, man, I can't do it no more. Right. And feel okay that you taking care of yourself and not putting everybody ahead of you. Feel okay with, putting rules in place that are going to be the betterment of you. Feel okay with, man, look, I'm finna stop, bro. I can't stay late. I can't work like this no more. I can't do this. I can't keep robbing Peter, pay Paul to make this other stuff. Feel okay with the disappointment with others. Feel okay with not having things going a certain way because how other people looking at you. Because they're gonna be for the betterment of you. Right. You see what I'm saying? I get it. Far too often we put so much other shit in front of us. Where it's gonna be benefiting us, big picture wise, and you put yourself in a bad spot. Just be all right with that. Like, all right, man, I can't do it. Man, bro, you really can't help me. I can't, man. Nah. Damn,
and we say all the time on these podcasts, you the most important person to you. You got to take care of you first. You said that many times on many of your shows. You got to come first. You got to come first.
Yeah, that the a lot of times, my personal opinion, I don't think people don't care. I just think people just don't have. Again, if things don't go right, they can't help you. That's just how I totally feel about that. I just feel like if things just don't, they don't want you to lose your house, don't want you to lose the car while they asking you for money. But if shit go left, can they help you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I always put the rule up. I always lend out what you can afford and not get back.
Right.
Because if something going on with a certain person and they can't pay you back, like they can't pull it out their ass.
Right.
But you still got your mortgage due. You still got your car note due. You still have to take care of something for your child. And if that person can't pay you back, and sometimes a person can say some crazy shit like, well, I had to take care of something for my wife. I do too. Right. But you know the type of person you lend it out to.
Right.
And you know the kind of person that'll break their neck, give you back their money, even if they still in the funk or not. So you just got to make sure you protect yourself when you are doing certain things. You know, that constant feeling burned out, man. A lot of people suffer from depression and being in them funks. And that shit hard to come out of.
Man.
Truly.
It's very hard to come out as a person who does it, who suffers from it. And I've always been true about this, transparent about this. I suffer from it. And once I go down that hole, it's very hard for me to come out of. It's very hard for me to get myself together. You know how you say you sit on it for 48 hours to get up and get out, dust yourself out? No, sometimes I got to sit on it for a couple of weeks. Like I have to really, it's really a process of digging myself out of that hole because it's just getting deeper and deeper. And I don't know. I can't look up and see where I can grab something to pull myself out.
Well, one of the biggest problems with, coming out of funks and being depressed and stuff like that, I'm not saying for you, but I'm just speaking for myself. The shit is kind of damn embarrassing. And sometimes when you don't want people to know you down, especially as a man, it get worse and worse. Because why? You focusing, you'll go from not focusing or getting out of that funk to hiding.
Right.
And you spend so much energy hiding shit instead of fixing shit.
Right.
It's like you're going worse and worse and worse and worse doing it. And that's real rough on men. You know what I'm saying? Because, guys a lot of times, not in a bad way, will have probably the worst solutions. All right, bro, let's go get drunk. Or bro, let's go chase some women. Well, you really just need to sit down and talk.
Yeah.
And people don't have bad intentions. It's just the method, the solution they give them probably ain't the best one. Women will sit down and they'll have their cocoa and pour some wine.
Right.
And sit and talk. Yeah, talk about your ass like you ain't S-H-I-T.
Right.
Exclamation point. But they'll vent and get past that. Man, we don't do a good job of that. We just get worse
and worse
and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something we need to just think about. Again, we're talking about signs that can show you on the wrong path. Lastly, another one is just fear and regret can hold you back a lot of times. You just always making excuses on why you ain't changed what on different paths. So you just afraid to do this, afraid to do that. I'm too old. I ain't got no money. Gotta wait till the kids do this. You got some excuse why you ain't did stuff. And you putting obstacles in front of you. Well, because we all got challenges on anything that we may do.
Right.
But shit, we all can make it worse when we start adding to it, right? So those a lot of time we start putting our fears and regrets and what things didn't happen or what you wish you had. Man, you be scared to come out your house. You'd be scared to come out your house. Guys, I will tell you something. When you make accomplishments in life, especially on things that you were hesitant about doing, it's a fulfilling, empowering feeling. I just wish everybody would have. That when you do things that you was afraid of doing, or when you surpass a feeling, or when you achieve a goal that was challenging, it's a feeling that you get that I feel like every human being should have. So
it's a euphoria.
Yeah, it's a euphoria. There you go. And it doesn't mean when you do things that you're afraid of doing, it's gonna happen. It doesn't mean it. But we do know if we don't try, it ain't gonna happen. See, it's empowering to try.
Yeah.
Right. But at the end of the day, when you don't try, we know you're not.
Right.
That's you have no guarantee in life that you're ever gonna win at anything you do. But you got to guarantee your ass is gonna lose if you don't try.
Right.
I mean, period.
You said it all the time.
So to me, the attempt is more important than just being stagnant.
Than the outcome.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I think most of us are guilty of always wanting this positive outcome. So we skip the attempt because we don't see the positive outcome. Like, man, I don't know. Well, it's 18. Not like we say, like I can say right now, it's 30,000 podcasts a day. Every 30,000 new podcasts a day start. There ain't nobody gonna see mine. I ain't gonna start it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk myself out of it.
But here's the deal. When we always talk about lab, you got a 50% chance of winning if you try. You got 100% of losing if you don't.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you dictate that.
Mm-hmm.
And who's to say what your definition or my definition of success is?
Right.
Because when we try, we learn. We've done it.
Right.
Did it? Okay, cool. It didn't work out for me. This, that, and I can go back later, come back to go in the lab, fix a couple things, whatever. But when you don't try or when you quit, that's it. So we got to make sure that we don't become a detriment to ourselves by not attempting to do certain stuff. Okay. Yeah, guys, tonight's show is I'm about to forget the damn. I've been running my mouth so damn much. Signs you're on the wrong path on how to fix it. Again, signs you're on the wrong path on how to fix it. Feel free to leave comments in the chat. Also call in 678-740-9894. Get at 678-740-9894. What I was about to say, we just went over the actual ways, the signs. So now, but I'm going to give you guys some once we recognize some ways to get you back on track.
Okay.
I gave some solutions, but these more of a in-depth way to get back on track. And some of the ones we kind of brought up before, but if you in this funk, things not working right, just follow this blueprint in regards to how to do this, okay? The first thing is, guys, reflect and reassess. Because here's the deal. When we sit here and see things not going the right way, the way we want to be, we've got to stop because a lot of things may be caused by things we aren't doing, or things we could be doing, right?
Okay.
So we got to just stop for a second and reflect and reassess stuff. Accountability is so important a lot of times because when we look at the man in the mirror or that person in the mirror and stuff like that, it hurts because we know we do certain stuff. We know we didn't. A lot of times we will have protection mechanisms. Like I said, I've been in a lot of meetings and people throw out that term, I didn't know. Why you didn't know?
Right.
The sheriff down in Jacksonville, where the young man got beat up. Well, we said, boy, everybody got different terms. What happened with the altercation with the police? What threw me off in that press conference was, now this man, he kept saying something that, and I knew it was a
recurring statement.
A matter of arrogance.
Right. Okay.
What he kept saying was, I've been doing this probably longer than you've been alive. He said it several times. So, you know what? In my mind, okay, the experience. A question that I'm saying, your experience, you go to a press conference. The question that threw me off, and I see this on several different interviews, and he never got it, was did that particular officer have a history of violence? And he said, I hadn't looked into it yet. I wasn't sure. And that just blew me away because I can't see you being as sharp as you are, been doing this longer than people have been alive, and you know that that's a question going to get asked. So I feel like he's lying.
He knows.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But sometimes people will say certain stuff. Of course he knows. But, just to say that one point, when people throw things out there like that, I don't think they realize how unintelligent they make them look. Or make it look like a liar too. Yeah. Right? So when we start looking at things that we can fix with ourselves, go through that painful process of, self-reflect. I hear people say all the time, they. He, she. You never hear, I'm about to say MF, but you never hear him say I.
Or me. I did, or I.
They did all kind of stuff. What did you do? Because
I did nothing.
We can fix a lot of our own shit, right? We can fix a lot of our stuff. Sometimes we can be in a point where a person did do some things that that negatively affected us. There's a lot of stuff we can fix. And I hardly ever hear folks say I. Right. Because at the end of the day, like all them years I coached, I used to tell the kids, Coach, I didn't coach. Son, You gotta own it. Once you own it, and it's all of us. Once we own mistakes we have in life or things that bad, we can fix it. Then.
Right.
Because I say it. If I keep saying I did not, I don't want to own it. I never fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my professors in grad school, Professor K, was an Indian dude. Damn, like 100 letters in his damn name.
Right.
We got Professor K, but he said something that always stuck with me, and it's always been something that I always used in business. Is that people focus so much on the solution to make sure something fixed, but they never look at the cause. Because if you don't necessarily go back to the root, it can happen again.
I was just about to say that's what makes it happen again.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it stopped, and it might be fixed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because I looked at I had a dryer at my house, and we had home warranty folks just kept coming, put a new little cap on the thing, start back working, it's fixed. Stop working. Put a thing on there, it's fixed. Start working, stop working. The cause was the lint and the I'm just thinking the outpost where it was going through my roof. It had gotten there, over the years, lint and got wet and got hard, so the air couldn't go out.
Okay.
It had to go through, and it wasn't the point to keep replacing the parts on the dryer. That cause had to be fixed, and that's it. And that's why I say a lot of times we got to sit here instead of being so focused on, this what fixed it. Go back to the cause. And a lot of times we the damn cause. We didn't do enough. We didn't do anything. We didn't find out. Just be honest with yourself. That kind of stuff is painful because nobody want to blame themselves. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to take, just accountability.
Responsibility.
Yeah, that's it.
I was looking at a video and the guy was going into a rental place. He was talking about somebody disrespected his mom. Like, who disrespect my mom? He was protecting his mom to a point. But I went to the comments, and one of the comments was, I protect my mom like this all the time. But then I started realizing that my mom was the problem.
Yeah.
My mom was the one starting shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and that's what made me think about that. Like he said, I reassessed and kept thinking about, wow, my mama having all this problem with all these folks, and it was my mama.
I remember Christopher and William were younger in summer camp. A kid pushed William. Chris beat the kid up, and they both got kicked out of the camp because Chris damaged some furniture. But the problem was William started with the kid.
Oh, okay.
And Chris being a big brother jumping on him. And I'm like, look, man, you done messed up camp. I'm getting in William, man. It's like, hey, Chris just see a little brother over that fight.
Right.
And those kind of things, like, hey, man, we got to look at you caused that. So, guys, when we start talking about fixing things in our life, part of the breaks, look at yourself. Because a lot of things won't happen if, like, I got to, if we look at I. I, and like I said, that I is very, very important.
It's a painful thing to look at, though.
Yeah, gotta be real though.
We
gotta be real.
True assessment of the I. We don't truly assess the I like we would critically assess you.
Yeah, and guys, we just talking about practical ways to get back. We just recognize the signs you're on the wrong path, and now we're just looking at practical ways to get back right on track. And also, you can just set new goals, set new and align new goals. What you plan to do and what you're doing, maybe two different things, and it may not necessarily be that you're not really following your goals right. Well, your goals, it may not be the best thing for you, because, and when I say not the best thing for you, it probably needs to say it better. It probably isn't the best pathway for you to go about reaching the place you want to be, or even be the best thing for you at that particular time. We want to be in a certain spot in life, and we write down the pathway, like we say, we write the goals that are attainable, incremental. But they still may not be the best thing for us right now. Right? They might not be the best thing for you to do in 2025. They might be some 2027 shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to be honest with ourselves with doing it. Sometimes I create new goals, break down those steps and stuff like that, because and I'm not saying quit, and I'm not saying don't do what you set out to do, but I am saying if you're looking at the pathway, like, look, man, I cannot, because of my job, have time to actually sell these things on Saturday. I can't get Saturdays off.
Right.
The time I want to do that, listen, let me put things in place so maybe next year, if I'm going to get a new job, or I try to find something I can sell online or during the week, because I cannot get away from my job. right? My children have practice in the evening. I cannot do this in the afternoon, right? And it just doesn't work. Well, yeah. So we have to just kind of reassess certain things to do it a different way.
Right.
And you may have put so much into the plan to get there. It's not something that you can just easily adjust. You might got to just scrap it and redo it. And that can be frustrating. And it's, guys, don't get redoing things confused with quitting. Because we're still going forward.
Right.
Right? We're still going forward. We just had to kind of pull over on the side of the road. Let me see what all done spilled and fix this stuff up. And then we get back on the road. Right? And so don't ever confuse changing and fixing with quitting.
Okay.
So I just want everybody to understand that key thing. Again, we're talking about ways to get back on track. You got to seek guidance and support, guys. I'm telling you, it's rough go through shit by yourself and you don't know what the hell you're damn doing.
Right.
You know, get your OG, get your coach, get you a mentor. Find people who can offer you insight and support, you know, during these transitions where you feel like you're going through the wrong, you know, going through something. You know, I always go back to that whole point: credible and verifiable.
Right.
Don't get no marriage advice for a person that been married. Don't get no children advice for somebody ain't got no damn kids.
They don't know nothing about
you know,
right.
I mean, it sounds good, but it's and you know, I understand somebody might even be educated on the fact, but it's a bond that you may have with a person that you done married, and it's a bond that you had with a child you brought into this world that common sense would get looked past. You know, I did a video a couple months ago when I said, don't let your heart get blinded by something that your eyes and your mind see. You know what I'm saying? You know, more so your heart and your ears.
Right, right.
Your heart and your ears can get really tricked. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Your heart, you know what I mean? But when you hear stuff like, hey, you know, when you see like, she is kissing.
Right, right.
He did take your money.
Right.
And your mind know that.
Right.
But your heart.
Like, no, that ain't.
No, they needed
they say
it.
blinded by it.
And you can really just, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
sometimes you need some OG, be like, look here, bro.
That happened.
She kissed him. Hey, he stole your money.
Hey, right.
And he meant to. And they the type of people, they're going to be honest, but you know, again, here's the thing, you ain't always going to get support and insight the way you want to get it. So you got to make sure you're mentally prepared to get that. But man, you want to have people that can be aligned to be able to give you good advice to holler at you and let you know. Because, you know, I remember when I went through my divorce, I told my lawyer from the get-go, I said, look, you know, I mean, you know, I was sitting here damn spilling my guts out, you and Reek. But I told my lawyer that I want to get this shit over with or whatever. I said, the only thing I need you to do, make sure you check me if you feel like I'm just giving up too much. You understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
Like I said, because I want to get out this shit so bad. Man, he had it. He had it. Take that, take that. I needed somebody to make sure, like, oh, hell no. Shit, no, I can't get that away. You know,
right.
You know, you got to live. And you want to have people that can be in your corner.
Yeah.
To sit here and do that, because a lot of times, man, when you going through stuff or whatever, it's critical. You have the right people. Because the wrong people can put you in a situation once shit over with, you can't even damn recover.
Yeah.
So it is so important that you got the right people in place. We're doing that. Sexy Redbone said facts. Happy birthday, Sexy
Happy
Redbone.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Six says your heart can make your mind not see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And everybody been like that.
Yeah.
Everybody been like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
I'm guilty of it too. Like, my situation probably was going on for years.
Let me tell you something, lad. Every man done had that one or two.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Right.
They got you like you a Charles Blow Pop Tootsie Roll super sucker. Stupid. Right. I mean, super sucker. Every man. Now I know Women can have they this, that, and that. You'll get tricked. But every man that had 1 or 2 women in their life, I'm talking about you a super sucker. You have no problem. You just start chewing on the gum. Right. You ain't getting chewed by that gum. That candy gum. And you sitting there calling yourself a dumbass. Boy, God, dog. But every man done had 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I ain't got like 1. No, yeah. Even when you knew better, in your life. You know what I mean? And so that just, it happens.
It happens.
Right? And you can mature in life and shit still happen again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're human.
Yeah.
We're going to make mistakes, right? And, when that happens, and I'm just joking about a woman, that shit happen a lot of time with friends and family. Definitely family. Immediate family, especially. They hurt us the damn most. You know what I'm saying? They hurt us the most. So you got to be very, very careful with that stuff, man. Again, we think about different things to do in regards to. Let me see if I make sure. We're talking about different things we can do, practical ideas in regards to once we have signs we're going down the wrong path and just saying seek guidance. You also got to be willing to pivot and let things go that aren't really working, which is very hard. It's very hard. Again, we're talking about ways to make sure we get out of going down the wrong path. You got to pivot. If you got that business going, you didn't invest all this time, invested all this money, you got all this social media glam and everybody see you being successful, but you smiling in everybody's face, but you're crying alone. I gotta let this shit go.
Right.
I gotta let this shit go. And Lab laugh at me all the time. That's how I was with that studio.
Yeah.
And you know what, Lab? Now see, I didn't have like a big, and I ain't like that now. As far as everybody looking at, I got this, I got that. I pushed that out to people. I didn't put so much damn money in that studio.
Right.
And I was just like, man, this shit gonna turn around. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna turn around.
Yeah,
and man, I was just so. I'm very prideful about my success, and I don't necessarily need public opinion. I just my confidence.
Internal.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need people pat me on the back. This, that, and that. I did it. Yeah. I look in the mirror, cool. And I could not get that damn studio on track. I couldn't. I just couldn't. And I put so much money to it. I really had, you look back, almost 20 years later, I had no damn business in it. I wasn't interested in music. I don't like being around them kind of people. I damn sure, that just was my wheelhouse.
Right.
Like, it just wasn't.
Just wasn't what you
I
do.
was just typical person with some money in my pocket to spend. Think I'm smarter than what I am, and it just wasn't gonna work.
Right.
And that was just so hard to just push this shit over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just so hard. And I've seen so many people. You see that a lot of them. I don't want to make jokes about it. Or them repo shows. And man, you folks shoot folks. I see folks killing somebody. And I seen some of the repo guys probably the most pleasant.
Yeah.
To the folks, you be like, that ain't right, but you definitely understand
why
they shot him. But it's hard to let go of stuff when you feel like you got some vested, anything vested into it, be your time, your money, your soul, relationships and stuff. Yeah. It's hard, and sometimes you gotta. That shit'll drain the hell out you. You know what I'm saying? That is very, very hard. Even when you look at things like divorce, I mean, I wasn't really cool in my situation, but I sat there and looked at it. I was kind of glad neither one of us, years later, probably like this shit ain't going nowhere. But I could be kind of cool. My wife had no courage to file because I was damn near like, maybe shit get on track. Right. Not about being you looking at old folks, and I ain't saying it's the case,
right?
But it just seemed like they just were permanent roommates.
Okay.
I don't really see too many older people. I know they're out there.
Right.
Where like this still the love of my life.
Right.
It's mostly just permanent roommates.
Right.
They just don't put
they don't know nothing else.
Yeah. You just end up burying each other.
Right.
Not that they love each other, but they in love. Hell no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, okay, that's just how the thing's supposed to go. And that shit was weighing on me.
Yeah.
That shit was weighing on me. And I know damn well my wife got a story to tell too. So I don't want to sit here and say that, you know what I'm saying? But I just know personally it was just, that shit was not good for me.
Right.
And a lot of times, a lot of folk like that. You know what I'm saying? It could be your marriage, relationship, it could be your job, where you
especially
stay.
with a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think more with the job than with the relationship because the job
it can cause problems in the relationship.
It causes problems and it's a lot of things connected to it.
Yeah.
So a person stay at a job forever, not going up the ladder, not going down the ladder, just stagnant because of the fact that, like we say, it's like you always say when it's the check is constant. I get paid, I do my little work I need to do, and I can take care of my bills. And I got insurance. So you get stuck at a job and you don't think you don't want to go somewhere else where you may have more opportunity because you don't know if that's for sure. This is for sure. I'm for sure gonna get paid every 2 weeks. If I go over there, I don't know how long I'm gonna last.
Well, that's why, again, with the night show talking about signs you're on the wrong path and how to fix it. That's one of the conversations I try to have with my children. Making decisions where you kind of stuck. The 3 things I always tell my kids to avoid until you kind of know you ready to start being, stuck, but you serious about things in life. Avoid the babies, avoid the marriage, the car note. I said 3, and that house note. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get really that baby, car note, and that mortgage. Like, just don't get into anything that's going to lock you in long term if you're not really ready. So if you're like, hey man, I might do a career path, this, that, and that, because once you get the car, you really gonna have to stay at that job. It's hard to kind of do the career change because now I gotta have this guaranteed money. What I mean by that, with doing it, same thing. A baby come, you get locked in with a relationship, that damn house. Like, hey man, until okay, this I put my fork in the sand. Not saying you gotta stay at that particular job, but I'm serious about the pathway I'm going. Those long-term things like that, they can keep you stuck. I seen many guys have to re-enlist in the Army because when we were privates, they bought cars. I didn't buy a car for that reason.
Right.
I would just buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just getting car notes. Well, a lot of guys, when we was in Germany and they went to the BMW dealership because it was much cheaper and accessible, especially in the military, they got them. Like, you knew they're going to have to re-enlist.
Right.
That's the way you're going to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're doing it. I'm talking about guys getting BMW. We're 18, 19 years old.
Oh, okay.
Because, in the military, it's easy to get financed because you got a guaranteed check.
Right.
But just kind of avoiding those particular things is going to kind of have you stuck with doing it. Again, tonight we're talking about signs you're on the wrong path, how to fix it. Been going a couple of the beginning of the show, we actually discussed the signs of what we've been doing now, just looking at practical ways to actually fix it. And lastly, what I want to talk about, guys, is just embracing the process of growth. Lab mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show that a lot of times people want stuff to be a certain way and they get frustrated, like, damn, I got to do this, that.
Right.
Hey, be cool with, going through it. Because processes is what teach us. You do a scratch off and get $1 million. Woohoo! We happy. And they broke in a year.
Yeah. Because
they never learned the process of attaining and retaining. Right?
Yeah.
People get money and go through it because 2 or 3 purchases, they'll say the stuff, I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But you don't know what the hell that shit is. It sounds good, but when they get it, look how many people started businesses out of COVID or whatever. And then they ass back on the clock now. I'm not ridiculing anybody, but they really never knew what the hell they were doing.
Right.
But because they had accessibility to disaster loans and all this other kind of shit, it gave them that energy to do it. And unfortunately, because again, they never had the process of going through getting it, achieving it, how to, learning certain things to do it. They lost it so fast because they never knew. Embrace going through processes with yourself, especially with your children. Go through shit.
Right.
Let them go through how they learn.
Yeah.
When your baby fall down and you go pick them up, what they do? Well, next time they fall, they look at you and do this.
Yeah.
Get your You know what I'm saying? And they get up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta bump your head in life. You know what I'm saying?
Your failures are supposed to teach you something.
Exactly.
You're supposed to learn from your failure.
And that's why when you say that, is it a failure or is it a teaching moment, period? Mm-hmm. Because it's all about perspective on how we handle stuff, right?
Yeah.
So be okay with going through some kind of growth process, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with being stuck. Ain't nothing wrong with being where, like, man, this stuff ain't going right or whatever.
Right.
There's something wrong with never fixing it. It ain't nothing, you can be in a bad situation, a week or so. I know I mentioned the 48-hour stuff. That's poochie. And when I talk about things like that, I say that to say, to bring light to it. Don't dwell on it so long. But I understand everybody don't think like me or move like me. There ain't no good or bad way and everything. But at the end of the day, we still got to make a decision. We got to fix it. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand that. So, with wrapping everything up, guys, I really want to reassure you that it ain't nothing uncommon. It's actually really common to have, down moments in life, to feel funky about certain stuff. Nothing wrong with that happening with you and stuff. It means you're human. But you got to make that decision on how long you're going to sit there and dwell in it. So I hope the information went well over tonight, helped you and benefit you guys. If you do, for more great information like we talked about tonight, just make sure you go to Change the Life, hosted by Deonte Burden. We got over 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel for you guys to is a comment on YouTube.
It is. It's Let's Talk American Radio says, great topic. Focus is the key. How can one cope through distractions?
How can one cope with distractions?
Yeah, through the distractions.
I think the best way to cope, the question was, how can one cope through distractions, is number one, make sure you got a good idea of, okay, this is what's going on. Mm-hmm. And distract, you just got to have, trying to focus. Mm-hmm. You just got to focus on certain stuff. Because life ain't going to stop because I lost my job, because somebody died, or because I got sick. When we walk out of a funeral, when you come out the church or anything at a funeral and you hit that street, shit, the world going on.
It's past
life still working,
right? Right.
So you got to just focus on what you got going on, because the world ain't gonna slow down, and everybody gonna be empathetic to bad things that happen to you in life.
Your situation.
I just got fired.
Your job barely. People around you barely empathetic to it. First thing they say, I'm sorry about that, but you know what happened to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's focused on their own problems. Slick says it's a learning process. Some things in life are inevitable. Just do your best to learn from it.
That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. Any other questions? Anything in that lab?
No, that was the last comment.
Yeah, life funky, man. Life funky, man. Because me and Lab, we sit here and talk out the air show and shit like that. Boy, what's new with you this week? What's new, this, that, and that? And it's always something.
Always.
Good and bad.
Right.
Good and bad. But we got to make a decision how long we're going to deal in the bad. Mm-hmm. And is it really bad or just some stuff we just got to, maneuver around and fix, okay? Mm-hmm. But look, guys, I appreciate the conversation. Again, make sure if you haven't, go to Change the Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Take advantage of all the great information there. Also, go to the finance channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Subscribe to it and everything. Got a lot of great information. We're going to have a hard-ass month of August on both channels. On both channels. We got a lot of great information coming down the pipe. Also, guys, want to give a big shout-out because in less than 30 days, the Charles Lincoln Harper class of 1995 are having their 30th year class reunion. I am your president, Setney Poochie Burden. So, class of 1995, get ready. So, we're gonna go on hyperdrive, promoting everything up and everything. So, if you haven't paid your damn dues, do it. Or give Pooch a call, man. But big shout-out, class of 95. My baby boy, Big Will, starts high school on Monday.
What?
Yeah, so super excited. Yeah. I'm excited. PJ just got his first job and everything since college. Yes, sir. Chris junior year of college. And my son T. Torrance gonna start his first year at Shiloh High School. So everybody doing good.
I need to go to the high high school with the $62 million stadium they just built?
Oh, hell.
How do you afford as a high school a $62 million? I'm confused. I'm just saying, like,
you'd be amazed, man. You'd be amazed what the points of revenue, because it's not, you'd be amazed. I was a booster club president for 2 years, but just the cycle in regards to the community and money, how everything channeling back, you'd be amazed how much everybody's benefiting from that. Not necessarily just the kids, just the community as well. But not forgetting anything.
Let me say this while you think about that. Y'all also can check out Changing Lives, Mr. Short Dollar, on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, Podbean, everywhere you get your podcast done, because they are there. So if you just at work and you can't watch the YouTube videos, you go in there and just type in Mr. Short Dollar, see the logo, and press on the volume on the audio and listen to it that way. It's always there's very many ways you can get your fix.
Ain't no member way you can get to Deonte Burden. Won't he do it?
That's right.
Hey, y'all take care. Love you all. Y'all be safe. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.